Marvel Rivals is dying, and no, I'm not being dramatic. Recently, the game has been going through some major changes, some good, some not so much, like the recent PvE mode, which most players actually seem to be enjoying. But it's no secret that the devs have been slacking in some key areas of the game, and today we're gonna take a look at exactly what they need to fix to save themselves, starting with their characters. If you think the power creep is bad now, wait until I show you what Black Cat can do compared to Black Widow. So Marvel Rivals has been dropping one new character every single month, and every new character that comes out seems to be dramatically more powerful than the ones that were there at launch. Take Black Widow for example, compare her to a character like Black Cat, and you can clearly see the difference in power. Black Widow is just a sniper, and honestly, not even a great one. Her headshot rate and accuracy are pretty inconsistent for a character who's literally supposed to be a trained assassin. Once anyone gets in her face, she's basically dead, because almost nothing in her kit helps her up close. Meanwhile, Black Cat showed up and basically said, hold my entire kit. Black Cat has Black Panther's dashes, a 14-point system that unlocks more attack, a full magical shop with a mini Doctor Strange portal, wall hacks, invisibility, a full area of effect trap, CC immunity, and to top it all off, an ultimate that resets just like Bucky's, but in melee form. Black Cat is basically Thanos. This is what people mean when they talk about ability creep. It's not just that new characters are a little stronger, it's that newer heroes like Black Cat, Gambit, Rogue and Daredevil have upwards to 6 abilities, which makes it almost impossible for older characters with simpler kits to compete. Iron Man, for instance, really only has 3 core abilities. You see the problem? We have an extremely bad case of power creep on our hand right now, and the idea that each new character has to either wield the Omnitrix or have their own version of the Infinity Gauntlet is not helping this game at all. And at this point, it seems like some heroes weren't even meant to be in this game anymore.
Hold on. Yep. Are you ready? Yep. Oh, that's like annoying. like this game is so fucking bad. That's annoying. This game is so terrible. And he wasn't even using any of his abilities. Like, you didn't use your dash, you didn't use your knock up, you didn't use anything. This is legit just like DPS check.
I'm gonna say the parts the community keeps dancing around. It's crystal clear that the switch to one character per month has absolutely guaranteed we were always going to end up cursed with this level of power creep. And look, I'm not going to pretend I'm innocent here. I was one of the people asking for a new character every month, but it seems like the devs got too good at their jobs in the worst way possible. The more experience they have making heroes, the more overpowered each new one ends up being. They need to pump the brakes. Here's what I actually think they should do, and honestly, it will fix a lot of problems all at once. Instead of dropping a new hero every month, drop one every 2 months and use that second month to revamp a legacy character. The cycle goes on. New hero, then a rework, rinse and repeat. That way, characters who got left in the dust, Mr. Fantastic, Blade, Black Panther, Hawk, Black Widow, actually get fixed and brought back into relevance. And on top of that, it gives the devs time to focus on other aspects of the game that are clearly suffering, like the matchmaking, which brings me to my second point. Marvel Rivals matchmaking is genuinely terrible. And yes, the devs came out and confirmed they don't use EOMM. They even dropped a whole video explaining how their skill-based matchmaking system works.
We received a lot of feedback from the community, with many players believing that our matchmaking system employs EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking. This would imply manipulating the matchmaking queue to keep players' win rates around 50%, ensuring they remain engaged in the game. We want to be clear, Marvel Rivals does not use EOMM.
But nothing they say can change what I'm experiencing in the actual game, because the issue was never just about whether they are using EOMM or not. The issue is, how do you build an engagement system so bad that the game starts feeling like a 9 to 5? The community has already found Grandmaster players getting placed in gold lobbies, and the lack of a role queue means you have zero control over whether your team runs triple DPS or triple support every single game. And before you say, just add role queue, I don't want rogue queue either, but we need something. Some kind of source system that penalizes you more based on how unbalanced your team composition is. Triple of any one class? Fine, you can run it, but you're going to feel the consequences, like reduced health for triple tanks, reduced damage for triple DPS, and reduced healing for triple support. Because right now, quick play is in an unplayable state. Every time I log in, I warm up against AI and go straight into comp, because quick play is basically a joke. And a big part of that is the community's fault. Yes, all of you all, because I constantly hear people say quick play isn't meant to be taken seriously, and that if you're actually trying to win, you're sweating and need to get a life. That sentiment has turned quick play into a completely useless mode, where you genuinely don't know what you're gonna get. A full stack of 6 DPS, healers who only want to get kills, or teammates who refuse to help just because the other guy says it's just quick play. And when you say something, they've got every excuse in the book. Look, I don't mind people having fun, I don't mind creative play, but the way this game is balanced right now, if you're not playing against demons on the enemy team, you're fighting demons on your own team, and there's no in between. And speaking of fighting demons on your own team, things have actually gotten so bad that people started literally paying other players to throw game. I'm not joking. A website called Enlist went live in February, offering real cash, reportedly up to $40 a match, for players willing to queue into specific people's games and deliberately lose. The site framed it as justice against griefers, but it quickly became a hit list for streamers and top-rank players. The whole thing turned into an absolute disaster. There was a data breach, innocent players got targeted, and matches were getting thrown twice over because the bounty hunters were winning games for people who had nothing to do with any of it. NetEase eventually responded, promised permanent bans, and the main site went offline. They even launched a victim compensation protocol, I wonder what happened to that, to restore lost rank points to players who got caught in the crossfire. But here's the thing, this whole situation only got out of hand because the throwing problem already existed long before Enlist showed up. The weak bans are the root cause. A 15-minute ban for throwing a competitive match, that's the length of a YouTube video. That's nothing. If someone ruins your game by going AFK or intentionally feeding, they deserve at minimum a 6 to 12 hour ban, not a timeout that ends before you finish your next queue. Comp needs harsher penalties for throwers, period. Because right now, you're getting your games ruined by throwers on one side and getting absolutely played by the matchmaking system on the other. And neither scenario is fun to play through. And look, I love this game. I genuinely do. But the fatigue is starting to set in. I've been playing Overwatch's new updates, and honestly, I'm enjoying the new hero Sierra more than I've been enjoying Black Cat. And I don't even think it's because Sierra is more fun. I think it's because Overwatch, for all its issues, is just a more polished game at its foundation. Sierra has more space to shine in a game that actually works properly. That's the real difference. So to recap, NetEase needs to fix their old heroes. They need to make the matchmaking feel rewarding instead of feeling like a chore. And they need to actually ban throwers in a way that means something. If most of these things get fixed, the game could easily be great again. But until then, subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.